You filming too? Is it alright if I'm up here? I could slide over, I guess. Be a little tight if I sit right there. I've tried to film from down here. It's really, really hard. All right, everybody, we got 15 minutes on the clock. First period about to start. Today's matinee game will officially be a scrimmage. We have one referee. Cannot be an official league game. We got Declan starting between Tony and Bria with Gray and Matt at the points. Puck drop underway. Declan wins it. He's got possession. Over to Tony. He's down the far wall. Up front, all the way through. All the way back down in. Gray's got it on the far wall. Rebels behind their own net. They stop, come back. Declan trips over the puck. Up the wall. Puck checked away by Garrett, but the Rebels will start out of their zone. Lead pass intercepted by Garrett. He goes in on the far side. Shot off a stick and in. So that'll be Garrett unassisted. But looked like a fairly harmless shot from the wall. Ramped off the goalie's stick and into the net. And with that, first official shot on goal. The Rails take the early lead just a minute 19 into the game. Center ice face off, won by Moose Lake. In the zone, shot wide of the net. Garrett plays it forward, held in at the point. Played back down the wall. Miles plays it for Will. He chips it up, but not out of the zone. That'll be sent right back in again. Centering pass all the way through. Sent back out front. That's Skidder's wide. Rebels back to the point. Shot lifted, tipped. Pad save and smothered.
Right, Asher.
Brecken wins the draw back to Gray. He clears it around the wall. Will chips it ahead. This will go all the way for icing, and we'll reset. Another defensive zone draw for the Rails. Brecken wins that one back. Matt harder on the wall for Rocks. Rebels able to hold the zone. They'll dump it back into the corner. Matt, first one there. Sidesteps one as he starts up. Hook checked off his stick. That'll go to Ruxin, who just fired into the zone. It comes all the way around. Will battling there along the wall. He's got Brecken helping. Comes up. Matt kicks it to hold the zone. Brecken now into the slot. Hard shot, scores. That'll be Brecken from Matt. The Rails extend their lead to 2 with 12:10 left in the first period.
Yeah, Henry, let's go.
Rebels into the zone. Garrett shuffles it behind the net. Miles up ahead, across the blue line, off the wall for Max. He tries to hand off to Declan. They were on different pages. Sent off the glass, up and out of the zone. That'll be icing. 11:43 left in the first. Offensive zone draw here for the Rails on the icing call. Rebels win the draw. That's taken back by Declan. He'll shove this towards the slot. Cleared to the near side. Stretch baskets them into the offensive zone. Trip coming. Delayed call against, I think, Garrett. Got his feet tangled there. Moose Lake walks out front. Shot off the glove. Rebound is underneath Jace. He dives across. Able to find that one. And 11-14 left in the first period. We're going to get a penalty kill. Garrett, minor penalty for tripping. Brecken wins the draw over to Gray. That's poke check off his stick, back to the point. They walk down, center corner. Gray able to force the puck away there. They'll clear it off the wall from Brecken, and they're up out of the zone. 2-on-1 as they cross center ice. Round one. Loses the puck. Brecken loses the puck down into the end wall. Rebels able to chip this one ahead, and they're back out of the zone. Dumped back in behind. Not with possession behind the net. Pass ahead, intercepted, sent back down. Matt picks this one up. Matthew center ice, 2-on-3. He'll fire that one wide of the net from outside the blue line. Puck loose. Moose Lake picks this up. Sent out front. Tony with the steal and the shot from behind the goal line extends the lead to 3. Short-handed goal for Tony, unassisted. 10:22 left in first. And we'll get a...
Take it off, Henry. You're all right.
Draw one by Declan. Poke back to Matt. Matt hard off the wall to Bria. She's able to get it past the defender, but that's going to go all the way down for an icing. We'll reset. Try again.
Look alive out there, boys. Come on.
Down in, shoulder save, and a quick whistle. Aha! Seems to be a theme. All right, that was loose. Shoulder save from Jace on that play, and we will set up and try it again. 22 seconds left in the minor penalty to Garrett. 10:06 left in the first. Rebels have possession, around behind. Sent out front, cleared to the line, but not out. Rebels will send it back down into the corner, near side.
Right in the middle there, boys. Right in the middle.
He got possession, walks out front. Pass all the way across, shot from the bottom of the circle, saved and smothered by Jace.
Good try, Jordan.
As time expires on the, we'll get a defensive zone draw for the Rails at 9:42 left here in the first. Moose Lake into the slot. Sent back across. That tipped in behind the net. Sent back out front. Stick lifted. Out front. Shot. That ramps off a stick and over the net. Rebels with possession on the near side. Declan able to take this one away. Sidesteps. Push the puck out of the zone. Down into the offensive zone. Shoved back out again. Battle at center ice. Up front, that's a save from Jace. 8:59 left in the first. We'll get a Defensive zone draw here for the Rails. Matt with possession off that draw. He stops, reverses back this side. Plays ahead for Will off his stick, but not out of the zone. Matt will pick this up and head out far side. Down into the offensive zone with speed. Bottom of the circle, shot wide of the net. Brecken, possession in the corner. Walks back to box the goal line, out front. Poke checked away before he can get the shot off. Moose Lake cleared out the far side. Poke check from Gray takes it away temporarily. Jumped into the zone. Matt reverses back around. Gray with a block there before he can get out front. Moose Lake has possession in behind the net, taken away by Gray. He sends this out into the slot. Dangerous pass. Gray, Will picks this up. Through neutral ice into the offensive zone. 2-on-1 now as they get in. Backhand shot. Scores. So that'll be a goal for Will. The assist will go to Gray from behind the Proctor's own net. Good. 8-1 left in the first. Rails have extended their lead to 4. Brecken on the center ice dot with Will and Ruxin on his wings. Garrett and Miles at the points. Drop pass just inside the blue line. They walk down into the circle. Garrett sweeps this one away. Ruxin picks it up. Backhands ahead for Brecken. That was behind him. He chipped it ahead, and Moose Lake will just send it right back in again. Miles in the corner. Sidesteps one. Takes a look. Stretch pass is tipped. Does get through, though. Ruxin into the zone. Spins. Drops for Garrett. He walks down to the circle. Runs into a player there, and puck is cleared. Garrett near side, shifts it high. Rebels. They check the line. Say they're on sides. Garrett now able to chip this backhand out of the zone. Moose Lake will be the first ones on it.
Somebody, Isaac.
Played ahead, intercepted by Brecken. Hard shot from Garrett off the side of the net. Back to the point. Miles has it there. He's double teamed, able to play it down the wall. Will be the one to battle there. He's got possession behind the net now. Back out front, poke check off his stick. Brecken back down in behind the net. Ruxin steps up, he's pinned to the wall. Will has possession. He sends this to the slot. That goes all the way through. Miles will hop up from the wall at point. Shot from the circle, wide of the net. Garrett also pinches. His shot from the half wall is blocked in the circle. He gets it back, curls, shoots again. That ramps off a stick and hits the netting, out of play. Play comes out of the zone here. Moose Lake straight out of the faceoff dot with possession. Puck check to the near side wall. Matt over to Declan, quickly out of the zone. Possession lost. Rebels chip it ahead down the near side wall as they enter. Tip pass. Griffin drops forward. Declan into the zone, down to the slot. Side steps both. Back to the middle, shot. And stick the side. Played down into the corner. Declan has it there. Comes around behind, tries to center. It's in the skates. Back pressure from Declan doesn't quite take the puck away. Rebels down into the zone. Matt stops behind the net. Plays back near side for Max. It's met by a player there. Is able to force it ahead though. Puck still bouncing around. Declan now with possession. That's taken off his stick. Rebels down in the offensive zone. Poke check by Matt. Puck loose in the circle. on the hash mark, down to the corner, back to the hash marks. Down into the circle, centering attempt is cleared wide. Matt able to sidestep and hook that out of the zone. Played back in. Declan now with possession. Tries to play it across. That comes to Matt. He'll play it off the near side wall for Max. He did a chip past the defender into the zone. Clearing attempt, intercepted by Griffin. He runs into two players there. Puck loose in the circle. Cleared. Miles goes for a regroup, sends it back in. But that was offsides. 4:26 left in first. Brecken backhands this one into the zone. Moose Lake takes it back. Brecken out with it. Break wide pass for Garrett connects. He fires from just inside the red line. Stick save. Centered by Bria. That's taken away. Moose Lake starts out of their own zone. 3-on-2 as they cross the red line. Puck forced into the corner. They're on the far side. Garrett takes his man out there. Miles with possession. He's taken off his stick. They come back out front. Garrett able to take it away. And now net has been knocked loose again. 3:44 remains in the first. Look at the defensive zone draw here. Moose Lake through the circle with it. Checked away by Miles. The net is back off.
Water. There's some water in there.
Now we'll move the rest of the game. Moose Lake, bottom of the circle, down in the slot. Shot.
Oh, good try.
Off a skate and wide of the net. Garrett takes that one away, pushes it to the circle. He's got it back. Plays it around Tony and sends it out of the zone. Back ahead. Poke check there. Able to get to the near side. Rebels down into the zone. Near side. Curls around the circle. Down below the goal line. Out front. Puck loose. Back to the slot. Couldn't quite get possession. Puck back to the point. Shot there. Tips wide of the net. Garrett with possession behind. Curls starts back the other way. Off the wall. Rebels take that one away. Right back into the corner. Centering attempt thwarted. Rebels down up into the slot there. Poke checked away. Pinching defender takes that one. Sends it back out to the middle. Toe drag. Shot in on net. Puck loose. Garrett picks this up. He'll start out. Tony tips it back to Garrett. He'll fire this one down into the end. Rebels cleared up the wall. They've got possession now. zone, poke checked away. Back into the zone, offside. Just 1:59 left in the first period. We're going to get a neutral zone draw here just outside the Rails end. Straight ahead. Doubles chip this one up. They're into the zone with that shot wide of the net. Looks like this one's on it. Centering attempt knocked aside by Gray. Another centering attempt comes to the slot. Matt picks this one up. He's got possession. Starts ahead into the offensive zone. Hard shot. Kick save. Played up to the point. Taken away by Matt. Roxon able to push it back down into the zone. Will gives chase there. Four-man battle in the corner. Sent out front. Garrett now in the top of the circle over there. Fires off a stick. That squirts in behind. Declan plays catch with Will behind the net. Back up to Garrett. He fires this one. Tips. Doesn't make it in on net. Cleared to the wall. Garrett will pick that one up. Fires another hard shot. That goes wide. Miles hops up from the point. Fires one from the hash marks. Tipped wide of the net by Ruxin. He plays it around the wall. Garrett will step up there. Down into the corner. Centers. That goes all the way through. Miles out front. Tipped by Ruxin. Rebound under the goaltender. 2 saves there on the shots from Rux. And 33 seconds remain. Offensive zone face-off here for the Rails. One to the wall. Griffin. Shot blocked. Loose Lake through center ice. Down to the near side wall. Center. Just taken away by Garrett. He's knocked down. Miles covers up. Battling along the near wall. And we get a whistle. Loose Lake, number 16, going to the box. Minor penalty, tripping. And the Rails go to the power play. Just soft call.
That was pretty weak.
Draw one by Ruxin. Declan back to the point for Max. He fires a shot. That goes off a stick. Tony in the corner sends it down for Ruxin. Up the wall as the period ends. 1:19 left in the minor penalty to Moose Lake as the period ends. Shot totals for the Rails in that period 4 for the Moose Lake goaltender save total 7. Shot totals for Rebels 5. And Chase got them all. Second period, about to start. Bracken on the draw. Running back to Miles. He overskated it though. Rebels with possession down the wall into the corner. Miles falls. Still battling for possession there. Able to get it away to Brecken. Rails again on the power play. 107 left as they start on zone. Into the offensive zone, down into the middle. Brecken still with possession. Shot. Stick save. Played back to the point for Matt. Hard shot there. Stick save. Rebound. Still loose. Garrett on the second attempt. Puts it home. Garrett with the goal. We got assists from Matt and Brecken on that. Power play goal. Time of the goal. 1:29 into the second period.
Let's go now.
Rebels down into the offensive zone. Down to the slot. Shot in on Jace. Hill smother that one. 14:23 left in the second. We'll get a defensive zone faceoff here. Got a minor penalty to Matt. Didn't see the call, but I'm guessing tripping or hooking. Feel shame. So with that, Rails to the penalty kill. Brecken wins it back to Garrett. Up the wall for Ruxin, chips it further. Puck rolling down towards end line, and as it crosses the goal line, icing is the call. Rebels out front with it. Poke checked away. Back in the circle. Brecken clears to the point, but not out. That's sent back down into the corner. Around behind the net. Sidesteps there. Curls. Play this behind the net again. Moose Lake. Back to the far corner. Sidesteps. In behind the net. Stops, comes back out front. Into the slots. Backhand shot doesn't make it in on net. They still have possession though. He curls, top of the circle. Shot from there. Pad save. Puck loose. Quick whistle. 13:28 left in the second period. Jace able to find it and cover. Moose Lake wins the draw. Garrett takes that one away. Starts up the wall with it. Ahead for Will, just too far. He does tip it into the zone though. Will battling in the corner. Taking it into the wall. Two double team there. Declan able to come up with the puck behind the net. Plays it back to the point for Garrett. He fires it right back into the corner. 12 seconds left in the mind of the mat. Moose Lake up the far wall. Miles retreats. Able to take the puck away though. Will into the zone, backhander for Declan. Declan, hard shot, that goes wide. Puck comes to the corner. Moose Lake plays it ahead. Moves it back to the corner. Will and Matt playing it there. Matt up the wall for Garrett. Shot from the top of the circle, wide of the net. Might have hit the goaltender's glove first. Can't quite see it. Moose Lake up to the point. Garrett had stepped up. Matt now in top of the circle. Hard shot. Far side scores. Goal from Matt will give the assist to Garrett. Hard-working shift there coming off the penalty kill. And Rails have extended their lead to 6 with 12:21 left in the second period. Brecken wins the draw over. He's got the puck on his stick. Down into the zone. Doubles do clear. Stretch pass just too far. It's going to go all the length. And icing the call. Offensive zone draw here. We got Brecken on the dot with Griffin and Max. Matt and Gray at the points. 12:07 left in the second period.
Go, boys.
Gray wins it over to Griff. That pops off his stick, and Moose Lake starts out with a head of speed. Poke checked away there at the wall. Picked up the shot from the bottom of the circle. Pops up.
Yeah!
That went up and over Jace, and he was able to dive on it on the goal line, I think. The tough part with having one referee. Moose Lake with possession off the draw. Sent out front. On net. Kick save from Jace. Rebound cleared to the far wall. Max up the wall into the skate. Matt gets it up. Brecken now with. He'll start ahead. Into the offensive zone down the near side. Tries the toe drag. That's taken away. Defense is changing. 3-on-1 as they come back. Max the lone man back. Defense does get back in time to help out. Max will clear it to the wall. Griff battling there. Moose Lake takes it away. Griff now with it again. He takes a man down into the wall. No call. Garrett backhands this one around behind the net. Miles the first one there. Tries the toe drag. That ends up the wall. Cleared by Max. Brecken now with. He'll just dump it in from just inside the red line. Forward change. Griffin tries to play it out front. That hits the back of the net. Squirts free. Moose Lake changing. Declan plays it back up the wall. Bria can't get it out of the zone. It's held in. Miles starts ahead now. Miles into the offensive zone. 2-on-1 with Garrett. Shot. Blocker save. Puck loose. Rebound. Scores. So that'll be Miles unassisted. Coast to coast. Moose Lake down into the zone. Miles able to take that one away. Up and out of the zone with it. Poked off his stick. Garrett covering up. Tries to send it ahead. That hits the body. Declan circles in his own end. Sends it ahead for Bria. She chips it past the defender. Played up. Garrett holds it in at the top of the circles. Puck spurts to the slot. Cleared. That ends up out of the zone. Declan will wait for his teammates to clear. Back up the near side wall and into the zone. To the circle. Taking off his stick. Bria with a shot. Rebound by Declan. Pushed wide. Cleared but not out. Garrett stops from the top of the circle. Ramps off his stick. Drop. Cleared to the wall. That does make it out of the zone. Garrett circles at his own blue line there. Turned back. He keeps possession. He'll start into the zone with speed. Shot from the blue line. Stick aside. Tony holds up in the corner. Hands for Declan. 2 curls. Poke checked away from him at the dot. Played back. Miles the first one on it. He sends this one right wide for Bria, who puts it up and out of the zone. This is going to make it for an icing. And with 8:44 left in the second period, the Rails will be back to the defensive zone draw. Played all the way through. Matt picks this up on the wall, hands up for Will. That goes through Ruxin's skates. He's able to tip it. They're going to say he didn't touch it, so icing is the call. 8:26 left in the second period. Puck bouncing around in the current corner there. Sorry for the delayed camera work. Cleared up and out of the zone. Matt races over. He picks this one up, pushes it back in on sides. Down into the slot, breakaway. Shot off the base of the net. Back up to the point. Brecken covering there. Side steps. Down the wall with it. Around behind. Tries to get it out front. That's pushed aside. Brecken still has in behind the net now, though. Surveys out front for Matt. High slot. Hard shot. That's a goal. So that'll be Matt's second goal of the game. The assist goes to Brecken on that, and the Rails have extended the lead to 8. Back one with the draw. Garrett fires this one in on net from just outside the blue line. Stick save there. Over the wall. Garrett pushes it back down into the zone. Beckham tries to walk off the wall, runs into the player there. Up to the point. Garrett will walk in. Stop. Starts back near side. Back down forward. Declan hands on a one-timer from a low angle. Stick save. Rebound. Kick the side. That was Max on the back door. Couldn't quite shove it home. Declan possession again. Steps around one. Backhander wide of the net. Declan gets his own rebound. Checked into the wall there. Garrett walks down the wall. There goes down in the heat there. Garrett with possession. Sends it out front. Nobody home. Played to the line. And out. So that'll be tripping. Delay penalty to Miles. Called as soon as Declan touches it. So Miles to the box. 6:26 left in the second period. Minor penalty will be for tripping. Rails back to the penalty kill here. Played to the point. Shot. That goes wide of the net. Walks down the wall with it. Drop pass. That's intercepted by Brecken. Ahead for Will. He can't get it out of the zone, though. Puck does eventually squirt free. Looks like right back down the near side. Centered. Shot. Scores. Power play goal for Moose Lake. Just their 9th shot of the game, and ends the shutout bid for Jace. 5:58 left in the second period. Chipped ahead, held up by Dre. Moose Lake able to get down into the zone. Spins, backhand pass to the slot. Matt takes this away, kick to the head, and it does make it just outside the zone.
All right, Gordy.
So offsides is a call. Matt has possession. On the line, plays it off the wall for Will. Starts ahead, that doesn't quite make it to Brecken, but then they do recover. Brecken stumbles.
I'm not seeing him.
No. And with that, we got a tripping call against number 16 for Moose Lake. Rails back to the power play here.
Good balls when we get the tripping. I don't think tripping call. I don't know.
Ruxin wins it to Coney. Back to Max at the point. Pitch down to Declan. That shot blocked. Ruxin back up the wall. That'll get to Max at the point. Max walks the line, hands to Gray. He's tripped. And with that, Rebels are going to go down 2 men for next minute 16.
Right there. I don't know. I'm a little bit closer, but I don't know.
Rux wins the draw to Declan. He's got possession back to the point for Max. Gray now walks it in. Shot from the high slot off the glove.
Clear it out of there.
Tony, possession in the corner. He walks to the circle, back to Gray at the point. We go D to D for Max. Walks it into the circle. Shot. That ends up wide of the net. Tony rides a man into the wall, takes the puck away. Side step there. Down to Ruxin. Gray fires this one. Tipped in on net. Rebound scored by Ruxin. So that's going to be Ruxin's goal from Gray and Tony. That will clear the first penalty. So Moose Lake's still down a man with 41 seconds left on that second minor penalty. 4:22 left in the second period. Brecken wins it over to Will. He gives it away. Moose Lake into the offensive zone. Garrett will pick this one up, top of the circle. Curls. Think wide pass for Miles. He sidesteps one, starts ahead. Into the offensive zone, they're onside. Just poke check though. Starts back out. Not able to get over, take it away. Think wide pass for Brecken. He's going to fire this one high into the far corner. Out front, Will tries to hand that to Brecken. That's taken away in the slot. Rebels poke, stick lift there. No drag, backhand, great save.
Good job.
Rebound in behind, Brecken still has. Around front, he tries from Michigan, that doesn't go. Play to the point, Matt plays right back down the wall. Will's gonna hustle over, meet the player in the corner, battling for it there. Let it come up, poke check there. Will tries the center, nobody home. Doubles up the wall with it. Will takes that one away. Tries to play it back to the corner. Miles couldn't hold the zone. Rebels able to escape. Declan loses an edge there. Rebels have possession. Walk off the wall with it. Bottom of the circle. Poke check by Matt. He's got it on the half wall now and starts ahead. Tip for Will. That's too far. Break wide pass, and the Rebels are under the zone again. Centering attempt. Off escape. Declan able to clear it up and out of the zone. And as that goes the length of the ice, that'll be icing. Minor penalty to the Rebels has expired. Both teams back to full strength. 2:33 left in the second period. The score is currently 9-1. Chipped all the way down. Icing waved off. That was tipped. there. Couldn't quite hold possession. Rebels will start up through the circle. Poke check by Declan, takes it away
Ask
temporarily.
the puck, dude. Ask
Hit up, held in at the point by Gray. He walks in, hard shot. That goes off a body. Max in the corner now with it. Plays it out for Declan. Backhands it. That's in the slots. Cleared in the corner by the Rebels. Declan centers. Nobody there. Sent back down to the corner by Max. Declan will be the first one on it. He goes rink wide off the far wall for Matt. Matt surveys. DVD for Gray. He walks down in. That's poke check off his stick and out of the zone. Matt will collect it center ice. Wait for everyone to get back on sides. Gray now on the near side. Dumps it into the zone. And on the stick lift, we're going to get a minor penalty for, I believe, interference or slashing.
no.
129 left in the second period.
1 minute, 29
Minor penalty to Rebels number 6 in the box for slashing. Rails back to the power play here. We've got Ruxin centering, Declan and Bria with Gray and Max at the points. Second power play unit on. Rux wins it back for Gray. He works it down into the corner. It's taken away there. Bria couldn't quite hold the zone. Rebels up and out. Into the offensive zone, taken away by Declan there. Declan steps pass up for Bria. She tips it into the zone. Rux back to the point. Gray has it there. Walks around one. Into the circle. Down behind. Ruxin's still with it behind the net. He goes around behind the other side. Shoots one off the goaltender. Bria with the rebound. Forces it down into the corner. Played up the wall. Max tips it to the slot. Back to the wall. Max does hold. Sends it back down. Looks like we'll clear that one up and off the wall. 33 seconds left in the period. Gray plays it ahead. Icing. 25 seconds left in the under penalty. 23 seconds left in the period. So on the icing call, the Rails will be taking the draw on their own defensive end. Played the line, but not out. Gray picks this one up, starts out of the zone. Into the offensive zone. One too many moves. Ruxin's in offsides. Ruxin, arms up. What do you mean I'm offsides? He wins this back to Max. Pushes it into the zone. Cleared. Gray steps up. He's got the puck neutral ice. Side step there. Over to Bria. Period ends. We'll have running time here in the third period. So, second period shot totals. 4 for Moose Lake. That means 3 saves for Jace, and then second period shot totals for the Rails was 18 for second period save total for the Moose Lake goaltender of 13. I'm going to take a quick break and be right back. All right, 15 minutes back on the clock. Third period about to start. We'll be in running time, probably for the duration here. Score is 9-1. Rails out shooting Moose Lake, 29-9. Brecken wins the draw, puts across his stick, but Garrett has. He'll fire from the blue line and score. That was as the penalty expired. Garrett from Will, I believe. Ruxin fires this one hard down into the corner. That runs all the way around. Centered. Shot fan on. Miles backhands ahead for Ruxin. He sidestepped the man there. 3-on-1 as they cross center ice. Into the offensive zone. Pass over for Will. Pass back. Ruxin scores. So that is Ruxin from Will and Miles. Makes it 11-1. Moose Lake wins the draw. Possession in the zone. Matt picks this up. He'll start ahead. Pass over to Tony. Into the circle. Curls. Puck bouncing around there. Gray will step up. That's shipped to the wall and held in. Declan down to the circle from the slot. Hits a skate. Moose Lake starts ahead. They're out of the zone. Near side. Not able to take that one away. He'll retreat in behind his own net. Plays it up the far side. Tipped by Ruxin. Tony out of the zone. Declan out of the zone. Nobody ahead of him. Shot. Chest save and smothered. Moose Lake possession off the draw. Tony intercepts that one. I'm behind. Declan battling for it there. Declan possession. Up to the point for Gray. He walks onto the circle, sidesteps one, sidesteps another. He'll go around behind the net. Out to the slot, off of Bria's stick and into the net. That'll be... Is that Bria? Must be Gray. I don't know. Either Gray from behind the net off of a Moose Lake player or Bria got that one, got her stick on it. Sends the lead to 12-1. Jeff hands to Garrett into the zone. Hard shot over the net. That doesn't get held in. Miles has to chase all the way back down. He'll stop in the corner, put it back. shot was going wide and held on to. Brecken tries to force one in on net. It's under the goaltender. He'll cover. 10-17 and counting. Brecken with possession, near side. Down to the corner for Max. He tries to play it back to Brecken. That's taken away. Roxon takes a man out. No call there. Moose Lake able to start up with it again. Got a guy lurking back behind. Picked up some miles, takes it away. Garrett skates into it. Up and out of the zone. 3-on-2 as they cross with a trailer. Out into the slot. Garrett, backhander, off a shin pad. Rebound by Max. Scores. So that'll be Max with the assist to Garrett. And the score is now 13-1. Declan up to Ruxin. He's into the offensive zone. Outs off his stick. Looks like stretch pass. Taken away by Matt. Puck comes free to Matt. He goes backhand ahead for Ruxin. Into the zone. Taken away. Looks like down into the offensive zone there. He stops, looks his friends. Centers. That's taken away by Gray. He falls as he enters the zone. Right wide pass from Will. Hard shot from Ruxin off the post. Puck cleared but not out. Declan tries to curl near side. That's taken away. Straight up the wall. Rux has it there. Hands to Declan into the zone. Will pick up the loose change. Mistake. Starts ahead. Held in at the point by Gray, but he dropped it there as he ran into a body. Into the zone. Drop pass. Gray covered that one up. Puck comes through. Puck bouncing around. Declan now has. Tries to clear to the wall. Will gets this one. Will. Lead pass. Ruxin in stride. Hard shot. Gloves dropped. And covered. 7:21 and counting left in the third period. One back. Miles plays it down there. It's taken away. Garrett takes his man down to neutral ice. He'll be going to the box. Minor penalty for a trip on that play. Rails back to the penalty kill with 6:46 counting left.
Look at not me.
Yeah, he earned that one. New Slick, back down to the circle. Taken away by Gray. Shot. That goes off a couple of bodies out front. Gray falling over, plays it ahead to Brecken. He sidesteps and gets out of the zone. He's got Tony with him. 2-on-1.
Good job.
Good tape away there.
Taylor, let's go!
Back the other way. Brecken able to cover it up at the blue line. Think it went wide, intercepted before it gets to Tony. But he does pick this one up and shove it into the zone. We got a foot race there. Moose up through the slot, out of the zone. Into the zone far side. That would be
Way outside.
offsides.
You're offside by 10 feet, dude.
One too many moves. 5:33 left in the third period. Garrett feels shame. Feels shame.
We're not even close to him outside.
We got Max taking the draw with Gray on his wing. Gray and Matt at the points. Gray plays it ahead. 6 seconds left in the minor penalty to get it. Puck still sitting along the far wall there. Moose Lake finally does come away with it. They send it into the slot. Poke check by Matt. He gets it ahead for Max. He runs into a body, but out of the zone for Griffin. Griffin's toe drag doesn't succeed. Moose Lake back down into the zone. That's off the far wall and all the way down. .4:27 left in the third period. Both teams back to full strength. Score 13-1. Shot saved by Jace. Rebound also saved and covered up. Brecken said take the draw. He's got Will and Ruxin on his wings. Garrett and Miles at the points. That's one back to Garrett. Does get up and out of the zone. Ruxin ahead with it. Center is just too far for Will. He'll be the first one on it in the corner. Tries to play it back to Brecken, but that's intercepted. Rebels up and out of the zone. Poke check there. Taken by Brecken. Taken back by the Rebels. Into the offensive zone past Miles. Shot. Kick save from Jace on the breakaway shot. Miles picks up the loose change along the wall. Puts it up and doesn't quite clear the zone. Back down to the circle. Will takes this one away. They will play this off the wall for Brecken. Brecken down into the zone. Make wide pass. Brecken gets it back. Will drops behind the net, hits the referee. He's got it, plays it up the wall for Garrett. Hard shot. Save off the side of the net. Brecken tries to get it back out front, then covered. .2:21 and counting left in the third. Score is currently 13-1. Declan centering Tony and Bria. Matt and Gray at the points. Down into the corner. Tony the one on it there. Plays for Declan. Back for Tony. Declan in the dot. Hands to Bria. She shoves one towards the net. Tony tips it wide. Sends it back out front. That's off the side of the net. Declan now out front. Puck loose, still bouncing around. Moose Lake comes away with it. Into the offensive zone on the far side. He stops. Into the wall by Gray. Declan will play it in behind. He comes out near side with it. Declan keeps possession into the offensive zone down the near side. Fires a shot. Glove save. Declan tries to center. That goes off a skate blade. He's got possession again. Off the wall to the point from Matt. Matt goes D to D for Gray. Gray pins it against the wall, protects. Runs into the second one there. Puck cleared, but not out. Gray able to send it back down. Up to the line. Bria holds. Tony. Puck bounces to the slot. Played to the far wall. Declan will be the first one on it there. Taken away by Moose Lake. 30 seconds left. Matt, first one on it here as he throws in his own end. Plays ahead for Bria down into the zone. Bria fires this one 2 feet wide. Tony plays it to Declan behind the net. Declan tries the Michigan, can't pick it up. And as Moose Lake plays it, we're going to have end of the game. High stick to Moose Lake and probably a checking penalty to Tony to end the game. And with that, the Rails have won 13-1. Shot totals for the third period, Rails had 10 for a third period save total for the Moose Lake goaltender of 7. Third period shot totals for Moose Lake 1 for a third period save total of 1 for Jace. Game save total for Jace was 9. And the Rebels goaltender had a total saves of 27. Rails are back in action on Thursday evening. They host Superior